Energy. Hit music only.
Because the German accent is pretty strong sometimes. And if you hear that so bad, it's not like the most beautiful thing.
It comes out when you're drinking heavily.
All right, let's start, guys. Good to have you here. The Lumineers in the Energy Startalk.
Good to be here, yeah. Thanks for having us.
How are you guys?
Doing well. Yeah.
Doing real well, yeah.
Pretty excited probably about your new album coming out on the 8th of April.
Yeah.
Called Cleopatra. Tell me about Cleopatra. I always thought Cleopatra was kind of like a princess from Egypt.
Yeah, she was, but I think for us it was a sort of what that meant to me writing about this character. One of the songs, the title track, Cleopatra, is it comes from the point of view of a female character, inspired by someone I had met, and she felt like this fearless woman, this defiant young person, and then as life went on, all this optimism and things melted away, and real life kind of caught up with her, and so that's what sort of Cleopatra is. Sort of, I think about it like this strong woman standing in the face of a lot of crap, you know.
That's the funny thing. I think only musicians can think this way. You know, like if I would try to write a song about a sad woman or a strong woman, I would call the song probably Strong Woman Song or something. And it was like, oh, that's like Cleopatra. And she was well known for her beautiful nose.
Yeah.
I read anywhere that she had the most beautiful nose.
Desirable nose.
Yeah. For some reason, I don't know why, but they always talk about her nose.
Neela has a pretty nice nose, small nostrils. Like whales.
Yeah, little nostrils.
You got a beautiful nose too, that's true.
I appreciate that.
If it would be the other way around and we would do this interview like the other way around, you would be asking questions. What would be the first question you would start with? Towards
you?
No. Towards yourself, actually.
I was going to say, where did you buy those boots?
Yeah, they're good.
Oh, they're pretty cheap, actually.
Quite nice.
I don't know. I think I ordered them online somewhere. But you know, like, almost broken here. But I like the color. It's like it's the only thing fitting to the outfit today. All right. So that was the first question from you. Between your last album and the new one are around 4 years. And many people have been asking, like, "Hi guys, what's up? You're making some new music. Did that put you under pressure?"
I think we just felt a lot of internal pressure to want to make something new. Unfortunately, we were so busy touring for 3 years that we took a short break, and then we toured up until 2014 ended, took a short break, and then began recording right away. So we've been at it. I think it's just when we're not touring in that particular region, people think we're on vacation. We're not. So for us, it was about 6 months to record it, and here we are now, and it takes another 6 for it to be released.
How can we imagine you working on a new album? How does that look like? Because I always have this imagination that, like, musicians, they hang out in their studio and they like come up with some ideas. Maybe they smoke a joint or something and become creative and do music and start jamming. Or how?
I think once we're in the studio, actually, it's a fairly photogenic process, and that there's the mixing board and the drums and maybe hardwood floors. That stuff really looks cool on camera, but the 99% that precedes that is really boring in the sense of the outsider would not be particularly interested in that. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of constantly listening to the song and boiling it down and carving it down to something else. And
a lot of caffeine.
Yeah. It's not really the glamorous side of that people perceive it to be, I think, which is the stuff we love. But as far as someone observing that, I think it would be probably boring for most people.
Many musicians, they go to New York City to become famous, to become successful with their music. You, or some parts of your band, they did it the other way around, actually. You moved away from New York City to start your musical projects. Why did you make that decision, actually?
Yeah, well, I moved to New York. I moved to Brooklyn specifically, and I think I had dreams and ideas of what Brooklyn was going to be when I moved there, and those dreams came crashing down pretty quickly when I realized that there wasn't enough hours in the day to work and pay the rent and still be creative. So I moved somewhere with Jer where the rent was lower, where you find, I mean, in Berlin, for example, a lot of people in the past have moved and basically descended upon Berlin because the rent's low and you can be artistic and it's accepting of that. And I think New York used to be very much like that, and now it's so expensive that it makes it very hard to survive as an artist there, because in order to be good at art, you need to be always doing art. And when you're working 3 jobs, you're not doing a whole lot of art. So it just comes down to hours, the rent and the hours in the day. So we kind of stumbled into Denver by accident, and we're really glad we did, because it's a wonderful place.
And it worked, obviously, for you as a band.
Yeah.
How was it to listen to the finished work of Cleopatra for the first time?
It was really, for me, it gave me chills, and it happened a lot faster than the first one in terms of living with that material. It all felt really new and very emotional. It was just a lot went into that record. So even talking about it right now, it's really, I'm truly excited, because we had waited so long to just even simply have the opportunity to write steadily every day for a while again. So we can't wait to play it live.
When is that going to be? When are we going to see you live?
But
Here in
around
Germany.
April. That's a good question. When are those dates? In May?
Yeah, we'll be in Germany in May, in Berlin. I think the 6th.
Yeah.
But the tour kicks
Admiral's
off April.
Admiral's Palace or something like
Yeah.
that. I don't know how to say it right.
In German is Admiralspalast,
Yeah.
which is like Admiral's Palace.
Yeah, that's what we're going to be.
Great, we're really looking forward to that. But let's first get to know you like a little bit better in private. How do we have to imagine your lives apart from making music? Like, are you normal people, or is it like you live the life of rock stars, pop stars, or
Quite the opposite, yeah. And we all choose to live in Denver, which I think is a big part of that. It's a very mellow city. It's growing really quickly, and a lot of people are moving there. But it has a lot of really great mountains and hiking, and a really nice spot to kind of go and decompress after the chaos of tour. So,
do you hang out? You 3 guys, do you hang out with each other apart from making music?
not that much.
Sometimes.
But we hang out together so much.
Yeah.
we are making
we get a lot of
music.
time together. Even on our days off, we'll hang out. We'll get dinner together. So when we get home, usually, I mean, in the past, we'll see what happens going forward. But it's good to get a little bit of time with new friends for a little bit.
Yeah.
So
Sure thing.
spend a lot of time on our own, even by ourselves, because we're always around a lot of people.
Yeah.
So
And that's pretty important, I think, like that you have some time with other people.
yeah.
You can't be creative without that. What is your biggest hobby apart from making music? What do you love to spend your time with?
Well, when we were making the record, I was riding motorcycles with the producer, so we were in the hills of Woodstock. So we were doing that nonstop.
You look like a biker, actually.
Yeah, we're gonna like the Sons of Anarchy look. And Jared was watching Sons of Anarchy at the same time as the common thread. But there's not a whole lot of life outside of this lately, because it's just all encompassing. But when I do get a free moment, I like to do that, whether I'm there or in Denver.
Mm-hmm. I have a rabbit that I have to take care of, a pet rabbit.
Oh, cute.
So that takes up a lot
Barb?
of time. Barbara, yeah.
My flatmate wants to buy a baby rabbit.
Yeah?
Yeah, and the other flatmate is allergic against rabbit stuff, but I think
Yeah.
it's pretty cute, actually.
They're
It's
good
like,
little pets, yeah. I'll show you some photos.
oh, so funny. And what about you?
I don't know what I do when I'm not working on
Watching
it.
Sons of Anarchy,
Yeah,
probably.
probably, yeah.
Great. So good to have you here, guys.
Thanks for
The
having me.
Lumineers, an energy
Thanks,
interview.
yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Cheers.
Energy. Hit music only.